This is WPTV News at 11.
Going to be another chilly morning out there across South Florida. You're going to need an extra layer as you head out the door, but a nice warm-up is on the way later this week. All the details coming up.
It's frustrating.
People feel the city of Riviera Beach isn't taking accountability for the issues this report found in their water utility. Will show you the latest reason.
This does not appear to be a random act of violence.
The CEO of a major healthcare company shot and killed in Midtown Manhattan in what police are calling a targeted attack. What we know about the investigation. It could be promising signs for Florida's insurance market. Our Matt says he traveled to Orlando seeking answers into the changes that could lower your property insurance bill.
Condo assessments are due at the end of the year. I'm Joel Lopez looking into the numbers as many condo owners are facing millions in repairs.
We begin tonight digging further into the turmoil surrounding the city of Riviera Beach's utility special district. We're learning a former employee who faced criticism surrounding water quality tests has left his job at another city's utility. WPTV's Ethan Stein explains how the findings in an inspector general's report could have played a role.
The Office of the Inspector General in this report blamed 4 former Riviera Beach utility employees for not accurately doing water quality tests. One of the 4 started working at Delray Beach's utility district. But after this report came out, a spokesperson says that employee resigned. Dr. Anthony Williams is one of the employees mentioned in the 115-page OIG report. It says Williams, the former compliance manager for Riviera Beach, provided false or misleading information to the Florida Department of Health, specifically mentioning these documents showing positive tests for total coliform, an indicator of human waste being removed from test results. We found Dr. Anthony Williams then went to work at Delray Beach's utility as an environmental resource compliance manager until a city spokesperson told me he resigned only weeks ago on November 20th. That was just 2 days after the OIG report came out. Hi, this is Ethan Stein. We did get in contact with Dr. Williams' attorney, and we're still awaiting comment. But those attorneys did tell the OIG that it denied their findings regarding any and all misconduct. It also denied the OIG summaries, conclusions, and opinions regarding any and all statements made by Dr. Williams to the OIG. The city of Delray Beach did not answer our follow-up questions.
But they campaign on water.
Meanwhile, a small group of people tell us they believe the city of Riviera Beach isn't taking the report seriously. Council members voted to set a new date to discuss the OIG report, but a city meeting Wednesday was canceled where they hoped the findings in the report would be discussed. And still, no date has been set to do so.
They act as if we don't care, and then we do care because we are residents here.
We've reached out to the city of Riviera Beach late tonight to figure out why there has not been a date set yet to talk about the OIG report. We have not heard back. In West Palm Beach, Ethan Stein, WPTV News.
Expected to be a little bit chilly in the early part of the morning. First Alert Meteorologist Chris Sowers joining us now to walk us through what we can expect. I know it's going to get a little bit warmer.
A little bit warmer, but another beautiful day. And this is why we all live in South Florida, right? Yes. Because we get 6 months of this, or at least 5 months of this, where they're hibernating up north, and we're sitting here enjoying sunny skies and temperatures in the 70s. Cold start this morning. We had many areas that were actually in the 40s. Okeechobee County started out in the 30s, so it was pretty chilly. But look at the afternoon highs. Wow. West Palm Beach 74, Delray 74, Port St. Lucie 72, and Vero 73 degrees. Can't get much better than that. Numbers are dropping down a little bit now, but we're not nearly as cold as we were the same time yesterday when we were already in the 40s. 53 in Sebastian, 59 in Stewart, 60 in West Palm Beach. Belle Glade checking in at 56. Light wind speeds generally out of the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And just a couple of clouds in the sky. No big deal. Some showers and cloud cover here approaching Pensacola. That's where the front should pass us by from west to east. Just like that, it poses no threat to the South Florida area. All right, on a scale of 1 to 10 for tomorrow, here we go. We will give it a 9. Not too bad. Mostly sunny skies, just a light, gentle breeze, temperatures in the mid-70s, and no humidity. Not bad.
Sounds perfect, Chris. Thank you. It's a cost leaving families across Florida cash-strapped and looking for any relief. Homeowners insurance. Tonight, there's some positive news, though, coming out of a statewide insurance summit in Orlando. WPTV's Matt says he made the trip to Orlando, where experts say the market could be trending in the right direction.
This insurance summit in Orlando is designed to bring as many people across Florida into one place and try and get a handle on where homeowners insurance is headed going into 2025.
Florida is one of the most important insurance markets in the world.
Former State Senator Jeff Brandes, now with the Florida Policy Project, is here looking for the good news along with others.
We learned a lot about what's going on in the industry that hasn't been reported yet by the news media.
And Charles Nice of Florida State University shared something with me worth reporting.
The most recent presentation we just saw, they talked about $50 billion of capital is at play in cat bonds in the state.
And that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. It's a signal that investors are more interested in what's happening in Florida, and they think that it's a more stable market than we've had over the last 4 or 5 years.
It's another sign in the continuing talking point about improving insurance in Florida, but many here at this Florida Chamber event also know homeowners aren't happy.
Look, Floridians have made no mistake about it. They want an affordable insurance market.
That is the new chairman of the state Senate's Banking and Insurance Committee, Blaise Ingoglia.
I think there is a role for government to play in terms of creating incentives for people to build to today's hurricane standards and today's elevation standards.
The most immediate job, though, is getting new insurers into the state and lowering citizens' policy numbers now under 1 million, a sign, they say, of possible better times in 2025. In Orlando, Matt Cesny, WPTV News.
And Matt Cesny has been covering Florida's coverage collapse closely all year long. Remember, you can always reach out to Matt directly with your questions or concerns. His email is on your screen and on our website at WPTV.com. The ever-growing cost of condominium living, as state-mandated deadlines are approaching to complete building assessments that often come with really big price tags for required safety repairs. WPTV's Joe Lopez is working to find out what can be done to help condo owners facing those fees that some say they simply cannot afford.
Palm Beach County Commissioner sent a letter to the governor's office asking for an immediate consideration of an extension to that deadline or a special session that could help thousands of condo owners that face millions in building repairs. At the Governor's Point condominiums in North Palm Beach,
we're on the Intercoastal.
Inspection fees for resident Gene Geiger's Little Slice of Paradise. What are some of the things they said had to be repaired here?
The balconies and the catwalks.
Is landing each unit a $30,000 tab.
A lot of people are on fixed incomes. They only have Social Security and they cannot afford this additional assessment.
An estimated total of over $1 million to replace the roof, fix the foundation, plumbing, and more.
A lot of condos are under pressure.
State regulators are pressuring condos to have assessments done by the end of the year or have a certified appointment.
Everybody's got to stay safe, and people have to understand is that it's going to cost.
Steve Rogers was the president of the Chalfont Towers Condominium Association in Boca Raton at the time of the Surfside condo collapse. Why would you say these assessments are needed?
I think it's neglect. I think that many of these buildings have been neglected through many years.
He said he's in favor of the state stepping in to protect the residents.
Because there are many elderly people and people that bought many, many years ago when prices weren't where they are today.
A cost, he said, the state also needs to step in on to help residents financially. Palm Beach County tells me they have more than 1,000 letters of support by condo owners that they plan to present as soon as legislature takes up the issue, but many are worried that it may be too late for their strained budgets. In Palm Beach County, Joe Lopez, back to you.
A murder in Midtown Manhattan and a manhunt now for the suspect responsible for killing the CEO of United Healthcare. The NYPD releasing these images here of the suspect. Authorities say Brian Thompson, who was in town for an investor conference, was shot and killed this morning outside the New York Hilton Hotel. The city's police commissioner describing the shooting as a brazen, targeted attack.
It appears the suspect was lying in wait for several minutes. And as the victim was walking to the conference hotel, the suspect approached from behind and fired several rounds, striking the victim at least once in the back and at least once in the right calf.
The motive for this murder currently is unknown, but based on the evidence we have so far, it does appear that the victim was specifically targeted.
Police say the suspect took off from the scene on an e-bike and was last spotted in Central Park. In a brief interview to NBC News, Thompson's wife said that her husband had recently received some threats but did not elaborate. Still ahead tonight, some who live in Port St. Lucie are showcasing their frustration over drivers they say speeding down local streets. We take the issue straight to city leaders, asking what's being done to slow them down.
They've stepped up into the issue. They've provided positive responses, and it looks like it can be saved.
City commissioners in Boynton Beach decide the future of this historic home. Tonight, I'll explain their unique decision.
And later, flipping the script, a hometown high school football standout signing on the dotted line and committing to being a Gator. But he's not the only one. You're watching WPTV News.
Turn on Channel 5.
There's a tornado right over you right now.
It's like it's at 45 miles an hour. It's moving fast. And I knew my house was right in that line. So I quickly sent my wife a text. It was in the field behind our house. Had we not just had that small bit of warning, I don't even think about it, but my kid would have been outside. Which is why I took the time to send a thank you note. Jerry?
Yes, sir. It's Steve Weagle.
Thank you. No, come here. No. Thank you. We owe you our safety and our lives.
Let's go beyond health insurance with Health Solutions. Help make sure your broken leg doesn't keep you down or get you down. Let's solve your sleep issue before it becomes their sleep issue. Let's set you up with a health coach who can set you up with this and maybe that. Nice. Let's get everybody eating healthier. And we mean everybody. And let's keep solving problems before they're even problems. At Florida Blue, we create health solutions for the healthiest you.
In March of 2016, I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma.
Moffitt Cancer Center has over 40 world-renowned physicians who specialize exclusively in all blood cancers and offers the most advanced treatments, including immunotherapy, blood and marrow transplant, and over 600 clinical trials to provide the best outcomes in Florida.
Moffitt is doing work that is improving patients' outcomes.
Call Moffitt to connect with a blood cancer expert.
Down the street like it's a raceway. I mean, I know it's a blacktop. That doesn't mean that you're at the raceways.
Some homeowners in Port St. Lucie, they say they're fed up, reaching out to us about excessive speeding on one of their streets. WPTV's Tyler Hatfield spent the day listening to them and went to city leaders to find a solution to stop the speeding.
The speed limit here on Southwest Airview Avenue in Port St. Lucie is 25 miles per hour. People living on this street say they see people zooming by it, going, they estimate, double. Residents tell me they are concerned about their safety.
I mean, I know it's a blacktop. That doesn't mean that you're at the raceways.
Courtney Robinson Booth is concerned about speeding here on Southwest Airview Avenue, saying she wouldn't even let her kids play outside by themselves.
We had to make sure we were out here with him so no one would run him over coming up and down the street.
It was that bad.
It was that bad.
Lucia Spadafora is also concerned, telling me drivers are putting the people who live on the street in danger.
A truck, he was going so fast. My neighbor at the time, she went after the guy by foot to try to get him to slow down because he almost hit her dogs.
Thomas James lives a few doors down.
It's being ignored.
He hopes the city can help stop the speeding.
Yeah, it'd be nice if the city came in and either implemented like some speed bumps.
I took their concerns to Scott Samples with the city of Port St. Lucie.
We take all this input very seriously.
Samples says if residents want those traffic calming measures like speed bumps, they need a petition signed by 50% of residents in the area, followed by a traffic study by City Public Works to determine the issues. If concerns are there, it goes to a public vote where 75% of homeowners must approve the measures.
It's designed to try to make sure that everybody's best interests are served.
Samples says it can be a time-consuming process. Robinson Booth tells me they might not have the time.
Someone's going to get killed, and that's when they're going to take the time out to say, hey, we should have had a speed sign there. Hey, we should have had a speed bump. And by then, it's going to be too late because somebody already lost their life.
Tyler Hatfield, WPTV News.
Over the past few weeks, we've heard from you about traffic concerns from the Indiantown Road Project to North Lake Boulevard and also the Treasure Coast. Tomorrow, we're holding an issue-based Let's Hear It on traffic. Our team will be at the North County District Park in Palm Beach Gardens from 8 in the morning till 6. I'll be there in the afternoon. We want to hear from you about any concerns in your neighborhood or along your commute. New tonight, the Boynton Beach City Commission is eyeing the preservation of one of the oldest houses in Boynton Beach. This comes following public outcry after the building was actually scheduled to be demolished by a developer last week. WPTV's Ilali Solache is listening to residents who want the house relocated.
This historic property is better known as the Andrews House. This excavator was prepared to take it down last week, but many people, including Boynton Beach City Commissioner, say it's property that needs to be preserved. Along this street stands the Andrews House.
It's our heritage.
The old house was built in 1907, according to the Boynton Beach Historical Society.
This is one of the last homes in Boynton Beach. There's 3 left. This was one of the last ones. We lose this heritage. We lose the ground that we grew up in.
The home was set to be demolished by a developer last Friday, so people like Steve Anton rallied and immediately contacted the city.
They got a hold of the developer and said, can we put it on hold? And the developer was gracious enough to say yes.
During Tuesday's Boynton Beach City Commission meeting, the board directed staff to look into costs of moving the house to another location, possibly next to the Oscar Magnuson home. Residents call this a positive move.
They've stepped up into the issue. They've provided positive responses, and it looks like it can be saved.
If relocated, commissioners are exploring the reuse of the property as a possible store, cafe, or museum.
The CRA can jump in only if there is an adaptive reuse of the property. That is to say that we're not just moving it to move it, we're moving it because we're transforming it into a potential economic engine.
The deputy city manager, Andrew Mack, told me in a statement in part, "We will be working with the Historical Society to ultimately find the perfect location for the Andrews House. The developer has agreed to delay demolition of the property temporarily while we research our options." I asked Anton what preserving the house would mean to him.
It would mean a lasting legacy. When I'm gone, that this memory could be here through myself and a lot of other people.
City staff said they expect to receive relocation proposals by late January. In Boynton Beach, Zitlali Solache, WPTV News.
As we take a look now at what's happening across the country, parts of the United States under snow, some powerful winter weather impacting millions of people across northern Michigan. A winter storm warning is now in effect until tomorrow as heavy lake effect snow is expected to drop more than 4 inches. Just west, snow fell over Minnesota and North Dakota. Lows in some parts of the north falling into the single digits, and the feels like temps, you were telling me, Chris, even lower than that.
Some areas.
Minus 15 or 20.
15, 20 below, yeah.
Ooh, that's too cold for me.
The snow was pretty.
Yes.
I thought the snow looked good.
The snow is pretty until it feels like, you know, negative 15 degrees.
I used to work in Chicago. I was out there for 3 years forecasting, and I walked to work one day in a 30 below zero wind chill. And I was on Michigan Avenue, and I'm bobbing in and out of stores because it was just brutal. I couldn't take it.
Did you even breathe?
Not really.
I mean,
and you could feel it go all the way down when you did breathe. You were like, oh.
That's got to be brutal.
Don't got to worry about that here.
But if you're up there, warm up, bundle up.
Yeah, it's has some really cold stuff up there. Now, it will be chilly here tomorrow morning, but we're already beginning to see a nice rebound here. We're expecting temperatures a good 10 degrees tomorrow morning, warmer than what we saw this morning. And this morning was cold. We actually had 30 showing up across the counties well west of West Palm Beach. But with that being said, again, you'll need an extra layer tomorrow morning because it is still kind of chilly out there, warming up by afternoon, and then we're near 80 by Friday, and then a lot of 80s as we get into next week. So temperatures are going to get back to where they should be for this time of the year. Beautiful looking image here, West Palm Beach. That's a live look, nothing going on. Sitting at 60 degrees. Last couple of hours, we've noticed a slight uptick in the temperature, actually. We're about 9 degrees warmer than we were the same time yesterday. And the winds are out of the west, very light wind speeds at only 3 miles per hour. So out and through here was where we had the upper 30s this morning. We'll go upper 40s tomorrow morning. We had a lot of 40s here on the Treasure Coast this morning. We're probably going to hold steady or maybe drop a couple more degrees, but that's about it. So let's say we start out in the upper 40s here tomorrow morning. 60 currently on West Palm Beach, Boynton Beach about 63. Here it is, the Arctic unloading again across the high plains. Look at that, honey, negative 12 right now. That's what it feels like in Minneapolis. No bueno. Oh, it's really, really cold. So Chicago's down to 4. There's your front right there. We got a little boundary here, too, in the western Gulf of Mexico. That's going to pass on by to our north, and unfortunately that means we will not pick up any wet weather out of it. There it is right there. It's just going to zip on through like that. Jacksonville, Tallahassee, those areas could get a little wet, but we're not expecting much from it, which is unfortunate because we could use a little rain around here. I don't know if you've noticed, grass is starting to get a little crunchy here. We have not had a lot of rain over the last month. And again, it looks like this is going to pass on by. We'll stay dry. Could be a little blip on the radar here as it passes through Friday night, maybe a sprinkle. If you're lucky, you see it. Most of us probably won't. And then behind that, Saturday morning, winds turn around out of the north again, and the temperatures will cool. It won't turn cold, but it will turn cooler this weekend. Let's go 47 overnight tonight for the Treasure Coast and 54 or 55 in the Palm Beaches. Tomorrow, after a chilly start, it is a gorgeous day. Mostly sunny skies. Wow, 77 degrees, no humidity, just looking fantastic. First alert 7-day forecast, rinse and repeat Friday. Look at that, we'll bump it up to 79. Friday night, the front comes in, so we cool down. Saturday, 76 and Sunday 77. Back up into the 80s next week. Monday and Tuesday 80, Wednesday 82, maybe a spotty shower Tuesday night into Wednesday.
Time and Temperature is sponsored by iFlow. Visit buyiflow.com.
I was at a stoplight and I was rear-ended by a driver who was under the influence. Within 30 days, they had me a settlement for $300,000.
Injured in a car accident? Call us now.
800-561-1111. What's next with Florida Blue? Let's create health solutions that go beyond physical health. Yes, let's talk mental health by talking, but also by moving and by not moving. Wow, you look relaxed. Yeah, let's get it off our chest and onto a canvas. Painting reduces stress too. Beautiful. Let's find health solutions that work for you. Florida Blue, your health solutions partner.
When severe weather rolls in, WPTV Weather Pilot 5 takes you there. Your eyes on the ground with live coverage in your community. WPTV Weather Pilot 5, sponsored by Velocity Community Credit Union. Financially successful together.
The latest in audio innovation, power, connectivity, and unprecedented storage. The future of furniture is now.
Oh my gosh, you always were the dramatic one, but you're forgetting one thing. Our new modular 3 rooms to go is next generation style too, with pieces designed seamlessly to fit your space so you can relax, work, even stay organized. Comfort, style, and convenience. What will we think of next? It's Drew and Jonathan for Rooms to Go.
Burlington Coat Factory has thousands of coats, not hundreds, thousands.
Burlington has always been the place for coats, and it still is. With the brands you trust and amazing deals on everything to keep you warm. Burlington, deals, brands, wow.
She's just my little auntie.
I know, you just got that stare, you know, that look like she can see straight through you. Is the temperature, is it okay?
Wishing you the joy of connection at the Lincoln Wishlist Sales Event. Select competitive Conquest owners and lessees get 0% APR and $2,000 luxury Conquest cash on the 2024 Lincoln Navigator.
Hurricane season is here. Protect your home now with Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing. With South Florida's largest fleet of 5-star rated service professionals. Replace your old roof and windows now with 0 down and 100% financing. Get Impact Windows as low as $3 per window per month installed. Plus, Loctite's pros will handle your projects from permit to installation as easy as 1, 2, 3. Call now 954-500-LOCK or visit LoctiteImpact.com.
Steiger, Green, and Finer. Don't settle for the insurance company's lowball offer. Call Steiger, Green, and Finer.
Steiger, Green, and Finer won my case and got me a great settlement, and now I can live my dreams.
You're watching WPTV Sports, sponsored by I Think Financial.
Well, change is, of course, inevitable when it comes to National Signing Day, and there were some really big ones, too. Seminole Ridge's Ty Jackson and Daniel Pierre-Louis have changed course on their previous commitments. As our Todd Wilson reports, both players have decided to stay in the Sunshine State.
Not one, but 2 Seminole Ridge football players have decommitted from 2 big-time programs to play closer to home. Don't worry, I'll explain. This morning, Ty Jackson and Daniel Pierre-Louis made the announcement of their change together in the school auditorium. Jackson, a 4-star, 6'2", 190-pound linebacker, will be playing for Florida next season. Why is this such a surprise? I literally interviewed Jackson 2 weeks ago when he told me he was heading to USC to be a Trojan. So why did he decide to change?
Mainly closer to home. USC was a family decision, and just wanted my family to be able to travel with me.
Well, the Gators dropped this video this morning on their Facebook page with Jackson in it. Florida Gators get a player who is considered one of the top linebacker prospects in the country. Touche to UF for making sure homegrown talent stays home. The other player making a move is Daniel Pierre-Louis, also from Seminole Ridge. The three-star, 6'4", 290 pounds offensive lineman flipped from Florida State to Florida.
I'm super excited. I'm ready to get to work, you know. I'm ready to get to spring and everything and see how they play out.
This morning during National Signing Day, Coach Chad Chifolo says it's a special day.
Not a lot of kids get to go play at the next level, let alone play with somebody that they know very well and have been teammates with for the last 4 years. So that'll be a nice experience for those two, for the both of them.
Well, Coach Chifolo says that he's happy for both players, but also it gives him an opportunity to go see a couple of games in Gainesville next season. In Palm Beach County, Todd Wilson, WPTV News.
Listen to your WPTV First Alert forecast on WFTL 850.
There's DNA. Then there's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA. It's engineered into every aspect of the GMC Sierra HD. With the pulling power to prove it. Tow hitches of the world. Prepare for glory. Get 5.9% APR for 84 months on Sierra heavy-duty Denali models. That's over $5,300 in average finance savings.
The Palm Beach Health Network is the largest provider of healthcare in Palm Beach County. Our award-winning hospitals join together to provide our community with access to quality healthcare. These 6 hospitals, plus our surgical care centers, imaging centers, and freestanding emergency rooms, ensure that the Palm Beach Health Network has facilities throughout Palm Beach County to care for you. With our experienced physicians and investment in some of the latest technologies, we are stronger together for you.
Live at Avenir in Palm Beach Gardens. Set on over 4,700 acres with new homes, nature preserves, lakes, walking trails, dedicated golf cart paths, and next to Championship Golf. Enjoy Avenir's amenity-rich clubhouses featuring resort-style pools, fitness centers, tennis and pickleball courts, kids splash zone, and more. Avenir's expansive town center will boast a variety of dining and shopping experiences. Come tour 32 furnished models from Avenir's premier home builders today.
Hello? Nancy Adjue Presidente. Pizza boxes cannot go in the recycling bin. I'm going to leave them right here.
Time to move? American Van Lines is always moving, down the street or across the state. Lock in your dates now. Speak with an American Van Lines sales agent to begin your affordable and hassle-free journey to a new home. Family owned and operated for over 25 years. Trust American Van Lines to make your move easy.
Oh, and one more thing.
A blooming embodiment of the Ritz-Carlton residential grandeur. The estate collection at the Ritz-Carlton Residences, Palm Beach Gardens, represents a singular maritime lifestyle with a private marina, masterfully crafted resort amenities, and timeless collector estates born to frame the pristine views of the intra-coastal waterfront. The Ritz-Carlton Residences, Palm Beach Gardens. You've arrived home.
Checking on your checking account? Well, check this. At I Think Financial, we do something pretty unusual. We pay you. That's right. If you choose a My Choice checking account with I Think Financial, your account can kick back some serious cash. Not to mention, we check on it with credit monitoring and identity theft protection. Yes, we really check all the boxes, don't we? So bank with I Think Financial, and you can check out while you cash in.
Welcome back. Our Season of Hope campaign is in full swing. WPTV is collecting food and toys for families in need. Until December 15th, you can drop off non-perishable food and new unwrapped toys at any Seacoast Bank in our 5-county viewing area. And if you can also give financially by using the QR code on your screen or by texting 50155. That money will be given to our local United Ways. Final preparations are taking place ahead of tomorrow's Sandy tree lighting in downtown West Palm Beach. The holiday tree, centered in the Great Lawn, of course, is made up of 700 tons of sand. It's pretty cool. And this year, there is some company joining Sandy, the tree's new friend, Harmony, and her happy herd of llamas will sit at Sandy's base. The festivities begin at 6 o'clock. A much different story now. Take a look at this. You saw it live right here on WPTV, the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree lighting up the New York City sky tonight. Those who were there to see it in person were treated to a number of musical performances before the lights began to sparkle. The tree will be on display through mid-January.
It was a great show.
I saw some of it. Beautiful.
Yeah.
We even saw
the performers, and it was actually snowing for real, not the fake stuff. I mean, what perfect timing was that?
I know, it really was. It always is. I mean, I was there when I was 12. I think I've told you this, and I still remember. I've got to go back.
It's fun. I have to go back too. I haven't been there since 2008, but I was ice skating in front of the tree. Christmas music was blasting. They did have fake snow coming down. I mean, it's just a great atmosphere. Going to be chilly. All right, tomorrow morning, an extra layer is going to be needed as you head out the door, especially for the little ones. We're up to 77 though by afternoon. Friday, look at that. We could touch 80. Front will come in at night. Cool us down Saturday. It's a quiet weekend though, Saturday and Sunday. And then look at this, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Here come the 80s again, 3 of them. And there could be a shower with the next front that comes in Tuesday night into Wednesday night. The timing is a little, it's not etched in stone just yet as to when the front comes in, but as it crosses, maybe you get a shower. If we don't see one there, the next chance of rain isn't until Friday, so it will be a week from this Friday.
We like that.
We're a little too dry.
And we definitely love our South Florida weather, the chill.
It is beautiful.
And we leave you with this look tonight of that beautiful.
We listen, we act, we deliver. WPTV News.
For almost 40 years, Lytle writer Smith, Ivy, and Fromrath has proudly supported our local community. Let's come together and make this a true season of hope for those in need.
Season of Hope is sponsored by Lytle writer Smith, Ivy, and Fromrath.
Holidays.
So happy to give.
And holiday trips. And holiday toys. And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag and use your red tag bonus cash to get $5,750 total cash allowance on this Silverado.
Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
The quality of our choices affects the quality of our lives. So when it comes to how you move, you choose to see a doctor or the #1 orthopedic specialists in the world, backed by a team who custom tailor your treatment. Do you choose to live with limitations or live life to the fullest by going to the place that's #1 at getting people back to what they love? Choose better, move better. HSS.
Your new South windows are custom built in our factory and designed to keep the elements where they belong, outside. So, turn up the quality with New South Window.
For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
Stanton Optical believes eye care should be affordable. Right now, for only $135, you get 2 pairs of progressives, plus all this. All that costs over $200 everywhere else. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing. Welcome to Too Good to Guess. Can you guess how much 2 pairs of progressives, a free eye exam, and anti-glare lens upgrade will cost at Stanton Optical? Only $135? Wow. A deal so good, every customer wins. Book your eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Hey, Flo. Cool leg warmers.
Thanks. They're just for the bus ride to work. They're not part of the official uniform.
No tunes today?
No. My apartment was robbed last night. Took my cable-ready TV, VCR, portable cassette player.
Yep, all the latest tech.
If only Progressive had renter's insurance, like their home insurance.
Then we could bundle our cars and get the same 24/7 protection. I think we just invented that. This is the best day ever.
Well, I still got robbed.
It's still a pretty good day.
Lots of teens streaming on devices is no problem with Xfinity. Our gateways are like a...
Magic!
What he said.
Magic.
Get thrillifyingly fast Xfinity internet for $35 a month with free Wi-Fi equipment included. And ask how you can get a free 5G phone with Xfinity Mobile. And see Wicked in theaters now.
Watch live TV for free with Tablo. Access over 90 free channels, plus record, pause, and replay, all with 0 monthly fees or contracts. Order a Tablo Total System today.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Jupiter Medical Center, recognized by Health Grades as one of America's 100 best hospitals for joint replacement.